Hi friends, how are you doing? So today is such a beautiful day. I'm going to plant up these clearance plant. I did a video where I went into details about these plants, and it's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's just a perfect day to get these in the ground. Anyway, so in addition to the plants I discussed in the previous video, I have this one here. Oh my goodness, I'm so in love with this plant. I think it's basically because of the pineapple blooms on here. So this one is a pineapple popsicle red hot poker. It was $11.98. I think I paid $7 for it. Do you hear the birds in the back? I just love hearing the sounds of nature. Anyway, so let me go over the requirements with you. This is dairy resistant. It will grow 12 to 20 inches tall and 12 to 18 inches wide. It is non-hardy down to -10 to -20 degrees, and it blooms summer into fall. So this looks like, I don't know if it's a grass. I've never seen this before, and strangely this was the only one I found in the clearance section, so I had to get it only because of the pineapple blooms. Okay, so here you are, you can see a pineapple bloom right here. So I'm very excited to see what this looks like when it starts to grow, how it should look, because right now the foliage are dying back. As you can see, it's fall, everything is tired, the plants are ready to take a break and then bloom again for the spring, summer, fall season. But look at this, isn't that beautiful? Anyways, so this is the only new addition to the other plants in my fall clearance haul. I just wanted to go over that with you. So we're gonna put these guys in the ground. So before you start digging holes, I'm so guilty of that. I would dig holes and I'm like, I don't like where I want to put this plant. So before you start doing that, just make sure you do something like this. Just rest the plant there, look at it, look at how tall it should get, and then you take it from there. Don't dig holes, put it in, and then decide you don't like where it's at. Okay, I am so guilty of that. So the sneeze weed I'm gonna put in front here, and then the echinacea, white echinacea, will go right here. And I have several seasons of interest going on here. This is a bleeding heart. This is a spring blooming plant. And then we have lupine. Lupine is also spring and somewhat early summer. So I have lupine here. I have a couple of hostas in between, which enjoys this area. I may take them out, I may just leave them here, but they do pretty well in behind this spot here. You always want to make sure your garden has several seasons going on. You have spring interest, you have summer, you have fall, and even winter. So for example, believe it or not, this echinacea, this will be the winter interest here, and the birds will come here and get the food from the seed heads. And then I have a couple of shrubs in between. So I'm gonna dig the holes. I'm pretty content where I place these. I'll dig the holes and get these plants in the ground. And over here is the Montauk daisy. I love this daisy, love it, love it, love it. So this will fill in this gap right here. And panning across the other sneeze weed. I just love that name, sneeze weed. I wonder how this plant got its name, sneeze weed. I have to do some research because I just love saying that word, sneeze weed. Alright friends, I did some research and this plant was used as a cure for headaches. According to Google, my trusted friend, the common name is based on the former use of its dried leaves in making snuff, inhaled to cause sneezing that would supposedly rid the body of evil spirits. Anyway, so the sneeze weed will replace the hosta. I'll put the hosta over by the woodland shade garden area and put the sneeze weed here. And can you just take a moment to enjoy these impatiens? Just look at them. My first time planting impatiens ever, and I absolutely love these. We're in fall and they're just blooming non-stop, and they're annual, so they're gonna die off eventually, but these were worth every penny. Look at them, beautiful. So I'll definitely be planting impatiens again. They're definitely one of my top annuals now. Anyway, so let's get the sneeze weed in and the other plants in the garden. So this is the Montauk daisy. Look at the beautiful bloom, but look at the roots in here. Oh my goodness. Don't be afraid to gently take your hands and tease the roots like this. The roots can actually spread into the ground and get established, so don't be afraid to do that, okay? They're plants, they're gonna bounce right back. All right, friends, so the sneeze weed is in, and this will get 14 to 16 inches high and 14 to 16 inches wide also. I just love the colors on here. And across from it is the white echinacea. And this will get 20 to 24 inches high and 16 to 18 inches wide. And that's what it looks like. It's beautiful, isn't it? And then over here we have the Montauk daisy. This will get between 24 to 36 inches tall. So that will fill in this space, and behind it I have my beautiful clematis. And I think I might just probably wait until spring to get the trellis for it to climb on top. If not, I might probably get it later on, but it has some support here, so it's no big deal. And look at the bloom. That was a clearance plant also, and I have one on the other side by the water fountain garden. And panning across here, the other sneeze weed is across over here. And I have this other beautiful, how do I never remember the name of this plant? It begins with a B. This is the only plant I could never remember the name. I'll put the name on the screen for you. But anyway, so I have a yellow on this side of this plant. And then I have the sneeze weed over here. So the yellow will complement each other. And then let's go across by the garden fountain and I'll show you what I'm gonna put on the end. So over here is the tiny lilies. I love these. Love these. And I have some already in the ground here. Let me show you on this side. You can see one here. See, these already bloom. They bloom in summer and they're so beautiful. The beautiful red color contrasting with this burgundy brown chocolate color heuchera. It's beautiful. It's stunning. So I decided to put another one next to this one, and it would add a pop of color behind here. I love this. I have another one. I'm still looking around to see where I can fit it in, but I love this. This is a must, and I think it's the color on it. The color is really beautiful, and this grows 12 to 16 inches high and 12 to 14 inches wide. So it's perfect for the front here. It's not too tall and it's not too short. You don't want tall plants in the front. It's just perfect. It balances out everything else. Alrighty, friends, so the lilies are in, and there were 5 in here. These are grown from bulbs, so it came out perfect when I took it out of the container. Let me see if I can do it with this one. There we go. See, so I just put it right in the hole instead of dividing them. But if you want to plant them in 3 or 2, you can do that, but I think they look better in odd numbers, so I think the 5 will look better here, and it will be a cluster of beautiful blooms. So try to imagine that. I'll put a picture in for you with one I have already. And I'm looking around, and I think I'm gonna put the other one in between here. I don't like when the plants are too crowded. It's good to give the plants some space so the air can circulate in between them. So I think I'm gonna put the other one right here, because I like that they grow upright and they do not grow too tall. So I think that'll be a good perfect plant to fill in that space while giving the other plants some room around their areas also. So I'm gonna dig the hole and put it in here. So you have a lily going here, one here, and there's another set over here. So it's nice when you put plants in groups of 3 and, you know, plant them in the same area so you can see some color repeating itself. All right, so let's get this guy in here. All right, friends, so here it is. It's in the ground. So I think that's gonna look really pretty. I'm gonna go and put some mulch on here. And when I say mulch, I do have half a bag of mulch remaining, but I'm gonna use some dry leaves from the tree in the front, and that would help to insulate the ground, because when you plant plants anytime, especially now in the fall, you want to make sure you do some mulching around the base here, because they need a couple of weeks for the roots to establish in the ground. So I'm going to do something natural and put some dry leaves around these freshly planted plants. All right, friends, so over here I am gonna put my new plant. I am so in love with this plant, and I think it's just because there's pineapples on here. I don't know why, I just love it. So I'm gonna put this here, and I'm gonna take the hosta and put it over the woodland area, shade area, and this will grow yellowish, if that's a word, yellowish, orangish color. So that definitely will complement the sneeze weed we just planted, along with this other plant. I can never remember the name. I gotta really learn this name of this plant. It begins with a B. Is it butter squash? I don't know. Anyways, so let's take this hosta out and put this beautiful popsicle hot poker in here. All right, so look at the roots on here. Oh my goodness, wow. So as I did before, you just want to gently tease your roots. And like what I tend to massage the roots. So when it goes in the ground, it will be easy for the roots just to connect with the hole itself, or the dirt, or the soil, whatever you call it. So our red hot poker will grow 12 to 20 inches tall and 12 to 18 inches wide, and it blooms summer and fall. Oh, I'm so excited about this. It says it's dare resistant, but I don't have any dare in this area, so I'm not too concerned about that. But if you like this plant, at least you know it's dare resistant. And I can't wait to see the blooms next year. I am so excited about it. And you could see the pineapple right there. Really excited. So what I did, I just picked off the dry dead leaves from it, and then I'm gonna water it in along with the other plants. But I think it's gonna look really pretty. Friends, we're back in the front, and this is the pollinator garden bed. As you can see, we have black-eyed Susans, we have different echinacea in here, we have larkspur, we have butterfly weed, we have lilies, we have a lot. Every plant in here was planted with the intention of it to attract pollinators. Okay, so in this hole I just dug, I'm gonna put this white echinacea here. I'll insert a picture for you with these in bloom. They were green, pink, purple, all different color, but I didn't have a white. My first time having a white echinacea, so I'm so excited about this. So I'm gonna put it right in this hole, and I'm leaving some space here, probably just to put some bulbs in, because most of these plants are summer blooming, so that way I have some spring interest also, and not just summer and fall and winter. So I do have some tulips spread in between here, so I'll just leave some space here just to put a drift of tulips or spring bulbs in between. All right, let's get this guy in the ground. And this is the Splendor White Compact Cone Flower. Blooms summer and fall. It will grow 20 to 24 inches high and 16 to 18 inches wide. It's non-hardy from zones 1 to 3. I'm in zone 6B. And this was probably $4 on clearance. As I said before, all these plants are clearance plants. Alright, here it is. It's in the ground. Don't worry, I know the black-eyed Susan looks taller and this looks so much shorter, but they're all gonna die back to the ground, and they're all gonna end up with the same, almost the same height. So this is the black-eyed Susan's height, and if you come over here, this is the echinacea. So I'm not too concerned about that. Alright friends, that was a lot of work, believe it or not, because I had other garden stuff to do, and it's always hard when I don't have anyone to help me film, and I have to plant, then record, and plant and record. So I appreciate your patience with that. And these are the leaves from the tree that fell in the front. I use them as mulch. These are dry leaves, and they're really good for your soil. So if you have any dry leaves, don't toss them. Whatever you do with them, put them in your garden bed. They break down over the winter, and they add really good nutrients to the soil. So here, not just only these bulbs will get nutrients, this will also act as a mulch, and it will act as an insulation to help the root of these plants, because we're in fall and it's getting cool, or I should say it's cool. So if you plant any plants now, make sure you mulch them. If you don't have mulch and you have any leaves falling from trees around where you live, use that as mulch. And then over here, I am so excited about this plant. I really am. I put some mulch also around the root of this plant and also around the sneezeweed too. So all these plants I just planted, I put mulch, well, I should say leaf mulch around them just to help with the roots. And here's the echinacea, and here's the other sneezeweed. So I'm so excited to see these next year and see them take off and see the blooms. And our impatiens are just blooming, 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 blooming. Love it, love it, love it. Anyways, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know down in the comments below, what are you planting? Did you find any good clearance sale at your local garden centers? All right, make sure you subscribe because I have a lot of videos I'm editing. I have one I'm making with seeds from the garden. So make sure you subscribe to see all of my fall planting. And again, thank you for being here. You guys know I appreciate you guys so much. And thank you for your support. And have fun planting. All right, so I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Cheers.